Hi everyone, Matt here, and today we are continuing on with HiveSwap FriendSim. When we last left off, we finished Volume 7, and now we are starting off Volume 8 of Stresses, Song, and Otherwise. Another night, another ramble. A classic song comes back to you as you continue on your way. Some of that good old earth wisdom about a specific kind of footwear being made for walking. You wish you had that kind of footwear right now, in this current chapter of your life, or any footwear for that matter. You've definitely learned your lesson about getting overexcited at the prospect of new friends, and running out in nothing but bathrobe. Oh, who are you kidding? Maybe not in that particular bathrobe way, but chances are high that wasn't the last time you'll fly off in the buoyant afterglow of an intense friendgasm. Tysius and Chixie Rocksmere. The point is, you need a wardrobe change. You should have asked Elward for one of her rag leather jackets. He could really make one of those work. Geez, this is kind of a crummy neighborhood. And there you go again, making snap judgments. Get a little alien culture into you and suddenly you're an expert. Looks like you found the Alternian nightlife. Well, technically all life here is nightlife. If people are nocturnal here, shouldn't nightclubs be called day clubs? Maybe the lure of dancing and getting smashed with strangers is not enough to get people to brave the blistering sun. You doubt you'd brave a stiff breeze for it. You aren't much of a partier. But recently, you are all about new experiences. You'll try anything once. A long line of people snakes along the side of the building. It doesn't appear to be moving. The club must not be open yet. You consider getting in the line, but there are so many people here. You really are more of a one-on-one friendship type. Yeah. You go around back instead, to your old friend to the back alley and the dumpster. Distantly, you hear music. Comes on every few seconds and then drops off. Maybe a sound check. You hear something else. Musical sigh comes from up ahead. You turn a corner to find a girl standing alone outside a back entrance. Heavy door is propped open with a chunk of concrete, like someone had gouged it out of the street. The girl has on a sweater dress and leg warmers, a bronze sign splashed across her chest. You wonder if you should consider painting a sign onto your own clothes, just to make yourself seem more normal. Yeah, no, probably no point. You'd also need to paint yourself gray and find a pair of fake horns. Who would do something like that? Sounds like a huge pain with absolutely no benefits. The girl hasn't noticed you yet. She's staring at her feet and sighing. She's also making weird little whoops and clicking noises, or singing a few bars of wordless notes, starting low and then climbing up high. Well, it sounds pretty good. The enclosed space between the alley walls makes it seem like it's coming from all directions. Maybe you should just leave. She looks busy. But then another troll sticks their head around the open door, shooting the girl an unkind look and kicking the cement block doorstep away. Oh heck. There's really only one reason you would prop a door open. Let's grab the door before it can close. Displaying the dexterity of someone far healthier and far less dressed in a sleeky bathrobe, you grab the door before it can slam close. The bronze blood girl's attention snaps up and she breaks off mid-note. She takes in the misplaced concrete and you holding the door. Oh, thanks for catching that. I would have had to go all the way around the front. It must have been the wind. Just what sort of wind do they have here that could pick up a chunk of rock the size of a turtle? Useless wind is a urban slang for some rude douchebag. Unless wind is urban slang for some rude douchebag. I cannot read words. She gives you a quick little smile and darts through the door, letting it close behind her with a solid click. Yep, locked. Brief gleaming flare of friendship you felt when she smiles at you in earnest thanks showers and dies. You really had a moment there, but now she's inside and you're out here, where you will never reap the fruit of glorious friendship you planted with that act of kindness. Geez, what's the point of doing something nice if you don't get any credit for it? Game over. Well, let's just stand there like an asshole. Like the witness to a disastrous car accident, you stand there and watch the girl notices the door closing and lets out a squeak, jumping for the handle. She misses it and smacks her knee against the metal frame. Ouch! Damn it! She has a soft musical voice, even when she's swearing. You ask if she's okay. She stops rubbing at her knee and looks up at you. You are quite a bit taller than her, but she looks older than some of the other trolls you've hung out with. No worries. Well, at least not about my leg. If you want something to worry about, I'm sure I can come up with some ideas. Without much trouble. You assure her that you've had plenty to worry about recently, though you appreciate the offer. She gives a fruitless tug on the back door. She knocks. Nobody comes. She knocks again. Still nothing. You tell her that someone kicks her doorstop out of the way. She looks disappointed but not surprised. Oh, well, I'll just have to go back around to the front. Could be worse. Would you care to join me? Oh my gosh. Oh my god, you thought she'd never ask. This is working out perfectly. You are so glad she got locked out back here with you and the rest of the garbage. I'm Chixie. Chixie Rocksmere. Although I'm sure you already knew that. I don't think you're an idiot or anything. You know, meet and greets are usually after the show, but you seem nice. Not sure how she figures that, since all you've done is stand around. It's true, though, so you don't protest. You are nice. Super nice. You might be the nicest son of a bitch on this whole dang planet. You ask her if she's performing here tonight. Of course. Why else would I be warming up in a dirty back alley? Tell her you've seen some people do far weirder things. She laughs. You aren't wrong. People around here will do anything for attention nowadays. For instance, you were walking around in an ablution robe. You cough delicately. True, very true. She's got you there. If you come inside with me, I can give you an autograph. I don't have anything to write with back here. Trixie seems to think that you are a fan who managed to get past security to escort her in person. She doesn't seem too upset, though more like delighted. You think back many friends ago to when Sirava told you it was dangerous for low bloods to get popular. You wonder if Trixie trusts you because she thinks you are also a low blood. Or maybe she's just not that popular. You follow her back to the front of the club, past the line of trolls waiting to get inside. A guy whistles at her and she gives him a flirty little wave, along with a flat smile. Customer service smile. She shows the bouncer something on her palm husk and he lifts up the velvet rope. They're with me. They're my +1. Wow, you've never been anybody's +1 before. A bunch of people in line look annoyed, but Trixie ignores them. You follow her, tripping a little on the hem of your robe. Be careful, huh? You don't want to twist an ankle. Trixie speaks with a lilt. Like a character in a musical getting ready to burst into song. You hope you aren't supposed to participate if she does. You're a little too busted for impromptu dance numbers, and you're also liable to flash someone in this robe. You hear music and chatter from down the hall, but Trixie pulls you in another direction, toward the dressing rooms. You pass several closed doors, stopping in front of one that seems to be in the process of being cleared out. A bunch of shit is spilling out into the hall. Clothes trailing out of suitcases, a microphone cord seems to be slithering slowly among the detritus. Charming. God, I can't do anything without someone messing me around, locking me out, and now this! Who did this? I seriously have for blood tonight. It's like someone commandeered her dressing room while she was out. As well as tossed all her shit out into the hall. I have to deal with this. I'll be right back. You can borrow some clothes, if you want. In fact, I insist. She leaves you in the cramped little room. It's dark in the hall, but everywhere in Alternia is kept darker than is comfortable for you. You're getting used to it, though. You imagine humans used to have to deal with this all the time back before electricity. Provided they didn't die immediately of, like, dysentery. You flick on the outline of white bulbs around the mirror. Oh wow, even in the soft, flattering light, you look like an A-grade free-range disaster. Tagora's expensive rainbow drinker serum has rubbed off, and now you're mostly just dusty. You wade through a couple of Chixie's suitcases, but everything here is too small for you. There's a couple of sweater dresses and a hoodie that might fit, but without a pair of pants, that's gonna get real scandalous real fast. The only thing you find that works in the whole damn dressing room is a floaty purple dress hanging on the back of the door. Definitely not your style. You could never wear anything like this at home. But fuck it. Roll it with the punches, right? And not in violence ways. Fashion ways. You give a little experimental twirl in front of the mirror. You aren't gonna break any hearts, but you'll do. You actually kinda dig it. You're busy admiring yourself when Chixie comes back. She sniffles sharply and there's some tear tracks on her face. But she isn't crying anymore. In fact, she looks mad as hell. Oh damn, is she mad at you? Did you manage to fuck up something without even being there? You've got mad fuck up skills. I got bumped. They kicked me off the lineup. I was supposed to be opening, but some new band came in and they have a purple blood drummer, so the club owner let them take my place. Of course. This is how it always goes. God, she looks sad. Time to break out your finely tuned comforting muscles. Before you can get those guns out, someone oozes up to the two of you. Someone you recognize. Oh, incredible, Miss Rocksmere. What are the odds? Must be fate. Well, you chirped that you were coming to the show, so I guess the odds were pretty good. Zebra doesn't let this dim his sparkle. He isn't the type of guy to let facts get in the way. He hasn't even noticed you. He's too busy kissing the back of Chixie's hand. Looking good, baby. Kind of a mess. I've been crying. Well, crying looks good on you. Zebra finally glances your way and does an extremely exaggerated double take. Oh, damn. I didn't even recognize you. Clean up really nice, you know? You haven't cleaned up at all, really. You haven't bathed since Tagora's fancy evolution trap. All you've done is put on a slinky dress. It's not like you aren't happy to see Zebra. You are. He's one of your many success stories. He's just, you know, the kind of friend you want to think back on fondly from time to time, remembering all the good times. Yeah, not necessarily the kind you want to hang out with, or have hang all over you. Like he is right now. Chixie looks at his arm around your shoulder and seems momentarily annoyed. Then her expression skips a couple tracks and hits back on neutral. So you've met. Where? Online? In a forum? Can I join? Not in a forum. Unless you're talking about the forum of life. He winks. Fate just keeps bringing us closer, doesn't it? Just like you and me, Chixie baby. Chixie laughs. Now that she's gotten over her surprise, her entire demeanor has changed. Her body language has relaxed and she keeps biting her lip. She looks like an actor demonstrating bashful on command. Zebra is eating it up. It was really nice for you to post about my EP on your blog. I got a lot of listens from that. Babe, have I ever told you that I think you're so strong? Seriously, low-blood girls are so strong. Chixie laughs again. It sounds painful. Maybe once. Or twice. I love your new stuff. That one song, Poisonous Moon or whatever. Bloody Sun. Yeah, right. Exactly. Real good stuff, sweetheart. Can't wait to hear more tonight. Oh right, he doesn't know that Chixie got bumped. Chixie meets your eyes. She seems to be trying to communicate something entirely using her eyebrows. It's not her own damn business. Follow Chixie's lead and don't say anything. Zebra will find out pretty soon anyway when the show starts and Trixie doesn't get on stage. He takes off, saying he's gonna go get a spot in the pit. There's no pit here. Her earnest, polite look drops as soon as Zebra's out of sight. She lets you see all the bits of herself that she has to hide from other people. You wonder if it's because you don't matter that much, or because she can sense your trustworthy nature. You are natural optimist when it comes to friendship, but you decide to believe the latter. Come on, I want to get a good look at the jerks who took my stage from me, so I can talk about them on my vent chitter. You can follow it if you want. Only like 4 people do. It's not like anyone cares about my problems anyway. You just get an encouraging pat between your shoulder blades. She sniffs and wipes her nose. At least I have you. One non-creepy fan. At least I think you aren't creepy. Guess I don't know you that well. Sure, you aren't creepy. At least not as creepy as that guy. Trixie starts to respond, but then breaks off. Her voice sticks in her throat like she swallowed a bug. Oh wait, they actually eat bugs here. Like, she swallowed a live bug. Actually, they might eat live bugs. Well, fuck. Simulate cancelled. Anyway, Trixie stops talking, and you realize it's because she's listening instead. The first band is on, and going from Trixie's expression, this must be the band that scooped her. Can't believe it. I can't. He takes off. I'm not sure if you're supposed to follow, but she swoops back in and grabs your hand to drag you along behind her. You go past the club entrance and up a staircase, emerging in a tiny backstage area. Trixie stops just outside the stage lights. The band on stage is 4 trolls, mixed caste judging from their clothes. Although you suppose they don't have to wear the clothes the color of their blood. Most trolls seem to. Law or tradition, both are dangerous to break. That's my song. They didn't just steal my set. They stole my set list. Her cheeks flush a ruddy brown, and she shakes with rage. She begins singing along with them. Twist, pull, breathe the terror of life on hell, spines and gore forevermore on this nightmare island spell. Here's above, light below. I'm knocking on your hive's front door. Love me, please. I abhor. It has kind of a twangy country feel to it, except it's about murder. Maybe love? You can't tell. It just doesn't really fit the band on stage 5. It doesn't really fit Trixie's either, but then again you haven't seen her perform. Maybe she's really different when she gets in a spotlight. She's crying now, tears streaming down her face as she stings. It's all over. Nobody's gonna believe I wrote this music. Some little dirt blood country girl. Remember what Sirava told you about highbloods singing their music and acting like they wrote it. God, that's so unfair. You should do something. Yeah. Trixie clenches her fist. Yeah. She reaches into a snarl nest of equipment and comes back with a microphone that only looks a little bit squirmy. Then she walks over to a costume rack and pulls down a mask. It's plain white, like the Phantom of the Opera's mask, jarringly stark against the gaudy organic styles of most everything else on Alternia. She waits for a dip in volume in the song, and she gets one right after the bridge. She then switches on the microphone and takes a huge breath. Jesus. Shut the fuck up! Shout reverberates around the club. The sound of the crowd dips, then falls off almost entirely. The band staggers to a slow, rattling stop. Nobody seems to know what's going on. Oh hell, this isn't what you meant. You meant like, their tour bus or trash them online. Trixie steps into the light and a murmur goes up through the crowd. The band singer lowers her microphone. She is in a short blue dress with long vicious claws painted red. You aren't up on all the trends, but you're pretty sure that red is edgy. Trixie covers her microphone says something to the band. The Krillin stares at her for a few seconds before letting out a cascading spray of laughter. Sure, honey. Okay. Condescending and sweet, like Trixie is a toddler who happened to wander on stage. She points finger guns at the guy on the soundboard. Razor, give the lady a beat. Oh. Oh god. You know what this is. See Trixie's face framed by the lights. Focused and intent. All simpering gone. You like that? I wrote it. You hit that? I own it. Coming in hot, trying to steal my spot. Oh lord, is this a limerick? Just grab my bulge and deep-throat it. A dirty limerick! Holy shit, she's really doing this thing. A rap battle. Jesus. Krillin girl spits some stuff back. It's kind of basic, just general insults about Trixie's blood color, and lyrics being stale. Considering she stole Trixie's song that doesn't really fly. The crowd doesn't know that, though. They're eating it up. They probably think it's all part of the show. Some fiery little blood coming on stage to shake things up. Paint your claws red, paint your mouth brown, acting like you know what it's like down here on the ground. The crowd whoops. This might be a high blood-owned club, but there's definitely a lot of low bloods in the crowd. But it's imitation. I got no expectation. This is your final station. You aren't gonna hit higher than this collaboration. You aren't like a rap expert or anything, but you can definitely tell that Trixie isn't either. She gets breathless toward the end of the lines and hits some words strangely, but the crowd is really feeling her. Definitely more than they're feeling the Krillin. Trixie's voice picks up speed and power as she gains confidence, drawing energy out the crowd. You realize you're leaning forward too, making sure you catch every word. She goes through a whole list of the band's shortcomings, including their fashion sense, their talent level, and their inspiration clusterfuck. Interpersonal clusterfuck. They are apparently a pretty well-known group online. She throws in some stuff about them stealing her music, and the crowd whoos like this is a middle school cafeteria. So kill me. Call me. Call the drones. Won't change a bit of what all they know. When you're a thief, what do you expect? They beat you all square. Hey, show some respect. Trixie drops the mic. The room erupts. Holy shit, that was awesome. She just came up with all that on the fly. Krillin looks furious. Another troll runs onto the stage to try get the crowd under control. They're all chanting, "Mask! Mask! Mask!" Trixie runs back off stage, chucking both the mask and the microphone back where she found them. She grabs you and you run all the way back to the alley where you met, letting the door close behind you. Guess you're done with that club. Trixie's eyes are round and shell-shocked. I just did that. Yeah, she really did. I just called a bunch of high bloods to eat my bulge. You don't know where my bulge is, but yep. Fuck. They liked me, didn't they? They were cheering for me. You say, yeah, you're pretty sure they were. Holy shit, I'm going to get cold. I'm going to be cold. Did you hear all that stuff I said? You can't just say stuff like that. Remind her that she was wearing a mask when she did it. Oh, right. Nobody will know who I am. I'm safe. Oh, that means nobody will know it was me. You aren't quite following. I'm not going to get any credit at all. God, why does everything in my life have to be so metaphorically well. Oh, girl, you feel that. You definitely know what that's like. Hey, that was pretty dope. Both of you jump at about a foot in the air. A low blood in a hoodie and a pair of sunglasses slouches against the brick beside the back door. Either you are seriously impaired today, or he is seriously good at sneaking. You got any stuff online? He asks Trixie. She gapes at him. But I was wearing a mask. How did you know? Well, you're standing right outside the door, and you're wearing the same clothes you did on stage, so... Oh, right. Clever of you. Don't worry about it. Plausible deniability, right? Catch you later. He slinks off, one hand raised in a casual, cool guy farewell. See, Trixie, some people would figure out who you are. Possibly just randos outside of clubs, but still, she can do this. She can make her dreams come true. You're totally right. I so can. Guess all hope isn't lost. At least not until another insurmountable obstacle comes along. Thanks for, well, everything. I would never have gotten out there if not for you. She hesitates for a few seconds, then goes in for a slightly damp hug. Sorry, the stage lights and terror make me sweat. Victory! That sucks. Where's the bar? Trixie looks up at you like she's only just remembered she is a physical body and not simply an amorphous blob of pure sadness. There's a cluster of bottles on a nearby amp. God, more Fago. All the brands that could cross the galaxies. Of course it had to be Fago. Trixie grabs what looks like a liquor bottle. Right here. Come on, not even my vent shitter is enough for this. Back in the dressing room, Trixie pens several suitcases onto the floor, mixing her stuff with the other performers. Her give-a-shit-o-meter is down in the red, apparently. She flops down in the pile she's made and takes a huge gulp out of the bottle. I'll have some. It's awful. Encouraging. Come on, it's gross, but it won't kill you. Wish some people would stop promising you that. So far, it's been true. But you still don't trust it. She takes another drink and hiccups, then holds the bottle out for you. Great, peer pressure. Lying on a pile of sweaters with a distraught vocalist and getting wasted is exactly what you wanted to do with your evening. Trixie gives the bottle a shake. Oh well, you sucked smoke out of a bug's ass and you're still here. You drop down on the sweaters beside her. Trixie is dramatic. You are disappointed to discover that she was not being dramatic about this. It is awful. It is awful. Right? Have some more. You do. God, that's bad. Trixie is getting a lot tipsier than you. She's drinking faster and she's smaller than you are. Not that you know shit about troll psychology. It's not psychology. Psychology. Words. Come on, let's commiserate. It's hard, you know? You nod. Boy, do you know. Music business. I mean, especially when you're starting out. You have to be visible. But you also can't look like you're showing off. You have to pretend you don't like the attention or fame, even if you do. But sometimes you have to pretend you do like it, even if you don't. If you're low blood, you have to watch everything you do, all the time. If you're high blood, you can do anything and everything. You can do anything, and everybody thinks it's awesome, no matter what. Show business sucks. You want to mention that she's the one who decided to go into it in the first place, but that would be unkind. Nobody here seems to have a job, or go to school either. They all just have intensely obsessive hobbies, like painting or music or meat. Instead, you tell her that you're sure she'll write more songs. Sure, and they'll just steal those too. Tell her you are sure that's not true. Shh. Trixie attempts to put a finger up to your lips, but gets it half up your nose instead. Shh. Playing time, not helpful advice time. Oh dang, you can definitely get behind that, because you've got some complaints. You take another swig and it burns all the way down. You tell Trixie all about crash landing on a strange alien planet and the broken limbs and hard times and bad wardrobe choices. You skirt around all the amazing friends you've had, though. You don't want her to experience friend envy. Halfway through your harrowing story, you hear something. Zzz. Trixie is passed out, drooling on your dress, rather than puking. Do trolls puke? Oh well. This is a vow of undying friendship, but it's not friendly? Victory? Tell Zebra that Trixie isn't going to get to perform. Tell Zebra about the higher caste trolls coming in and taking Trixie's place. She starts making frantic motions behind Zebra's back, shaking her head, but immediately stops when he turns to look at her. That true, babe? It's not a big deal. This sort of stuff happens in the business all the time, or so people tell me. Don't worry about it. No, I am worried. I was worried about low bloods in terrible positions who can't help themselves at all. I'll take care of it for you. You really don't have to. Zebra touches her arm for way longer than is necessary. It's more of a shoulder rub than a pat. Trixie seems to be trying very hard to not shrug him off. Her smile belongs on a Halloween mask, a rictus grin. The two of you watch him swagger off back toward the front of the hall. Trixie lets out a breath. I wish you hadn't done that. He's got a really popular music blog, and he's an indigo, so I have to be polite. One bad review from him and it's all over for my career. I tried to interact with him as little as possible. You hadn't realized that Zebra was a musician. No, he's not. He just reviews albums and shows stuff like that. He needs a lot of reposts, but he's got a ton of followers. Don't get me wrong, it's really nice to be noticed, but he's just a little pushy. I just don't have time in my life right now for quadrants. You know what I mean? You do. You so do. Does Zebra try what he tried with you on every low blood he meets? I'm not sure if that makes you feel worse or better. Trixie talks about him like he's a natural disaster. Tornado that she has to avoid to keep from being torn apart. Like it's just an inevitability that people would treat her like she owed them something. I don't want to seem ungrateful. You tell her that she doesn't seem ungrateful from where you're standing. She doesn't seem to be doing anything wrong. She sighs, blowing a piece of hair out of her eyes. Too bad doing everything right does not mean things will go your way. When Zebra comes back, such little time has passed that you don't think he could possibly have done anything. He shows you and Trixie all his teeth. I got it all fixed up for you. You go on tonight. In fact, you're headlining. You're welcome. Trixie's mouth drops open. What? How? I get to do anything I want in my own club. Wait, what? I bought it from the owner. He's just a teal. Seriously, business ownership? A is a little ambitious for a mid-blood, isn't it? I convinced him that it would just be easier for him and everyone else if a high blood took over. I've been meaning to get into the club scene anyway. Now you'll always have somewhere to perform, provided you do everything I say all the time. He grins to show that it's just a joke, but there's also something in his smile that you really, really don't like. You regret asking for his help. So does Trixie, apparently. She gets right in your face. Nice work. Now I hope him even more than before. This is the only club around here that will let low blood solo acts perform. You can find your own way out, can't you? Game over. Anyways, that is all for this time on HiveSwap FriendSim. If you liked the video, like it. If you want to see more of my content, subscribe. And yeah, have a good day and do what you do best.